Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin Ashrafil Mursaleen wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. So welcome back after our long break. And how are you, Sister Nada?
Alhamdulillah, Ustada. I'm fine, Alhamdulillah. What about you?
I am hanging on by the skin of my. I'm really hanging on. Okay, let me see. Now, I've actually taken Ayat 72 and 73, Alhamdulillah, together because I would like to discuss later on, once we've done the Irab of this, the various wows and fas that you find in this two ayahs. Yes, as you can see, we have wow here, we have a fa here, another wow here, and then a wow and and another wow and another fa here. Yeah. So there is some need for us to be clear as to what this function, what's the function of this wow, and what's the function of this fa. If there is there any difference between this fa and that wow and this wow. Yeah. So sometimes it's not clear. It's sometimes maybe not important in some cases, but most of the time there is nothing redundant in the Quran. So when Allah puts a wow or a fa, there is a meaning to it. Yes, so we need to understand the difference in that meaning. But as of now, what we will do is we'll do the Irab of the sentence first, and then we'll look at the tarkib of the two ayahs. Yes, inshallah. And inshallah, it will become clearer why we have these various wow and fas. Yeah. Okay, so this first wow, what do you think this first wow is, Sister Nada?
This one is Harfu Atfin, Ustada. This is
Yes,
clear, I
this,
think.
yep, it is an atifa. Yeah, we call it al-waw atifa. And basically what the waw atifa does is it joins two entities, usually sentences. Yeah, waw atifa. Sometimes you find it within a sentence, like you see here, it's inside a sentence. Yeah. But in this case, it's joining two verses. Yeah, it's joining two verses.
Yes.
We say it's atifa. Now, then we have here zalalnaha, zalalnaha. Okay, zalalnaha is a sufferable word. So this, you can see there's a shadda here. So do you think this is family 2 or do you think it's something
Three,
else?
two.
Why a 2?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, it's 2. Yeah. And we also have what we say muda'af because we have two root letters that are the same. Yeah, so we have zal, lam, and lam. And yes, it's family 2. So what would it be? The madin and the mudari for this.
Uh,
For the, what version is it? We call it the huwa version. Yeah, because we don't.
Dhalla, you,
Dhalla.
yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
Yudallu, no, Darasa, Yudarisu,
Zalala. Yeah, is zalala because it's
Yudallilu, Subhanallah, two lambs there.
yeah, it makes your tongue kind of like tied up a bit. Yeah. So this is zalala. Yeah. So when it comes to when we know family 2 and 4, you
Okay,
start
it's
with a
Yudallilu then.
yes, you
Yeah,
zallilu
it's
because
okay.
it's a different sound. Yeah. If it were family 1, then we would have the fatha. Okay. So here we go. Zallilu. Okay. And with family 2, the form of the Mazda is always the form of the Mazda is
Ta, ta'li, ta'fil. Oh, this verb is so hard.
because of the double lam. Yeah, because of the double lam. Okay. So this is tazlilan. Okay,
Yeah, تزليلا.
tazlilan.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, tazlilan. Tazlilan. S- Assalamu alaikum, Sister Nazma. Thank you for joining us.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah.
We're having problems with Microsoft Teams, so we ended up in to Skype. So you're welcome to join us and listen. Or if you want to participate, just put your hands up and you can join us. Inshallah.
Inshallah, I listen in. Thanks.
Okay, alhamdulillah. So the masdar is tazlilan. And what is our isim fa'il?
آه، مضلل.
Excellent. Yes, muzallilun.
مضلل.
Muzallilun. Yeah, fahuwa muzallilun. But in this case, it's not, of course, the huwa version. Yeah. What type of fi'l are we looking at here? Zalalna. Zalalna.
What type of verb?
Fi'l. Yes. What type of verb is it?
فعل الماضي أستاذة.
Yes, it's fi'lun madin. It's fi'lun madin, and it's attached to na. Yeah, we know that it is attached to na.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is na?
It's ضمير متصل
Yes,
مبني على السكون
and it is the fi mahali.
الرافع.
And it
And
makes it.
it's فاعل. It's فاعل.
Yes, it is the doer. Yeah, it is the fa'ilun. So there we are. So what about the ha though? What's that ha there?
It's I think it's ضمير.
Yes, it's a domir. Excellent. But this domir is attached for a reason. It has a function for this particular fi'il. So you have the fi'il, the fa'il. So ha is now the.
مفعول به. مفعول به. Wow, we have forgot everything.
It was a long Ramadan.
Yeah.
Beneficial Ramadan, inshallah. Okay, yes. So there we are. It's muttasil, it's attached, it's mabni, yes, because it is a damir, and it's mabni ala as-sukun because of the alif. Above the alif is a sukun, yeah, because this is a what we call a vowel, ha. So في ضمير متصل مبني على السكون في
في محل
محل
نصب. نعم. مفعول به.
مفعول به. Alhamdulillah. So we've done that part. Now we have lahum. Yes, lahum. La here is of course your half of jar.
Yeah.
Yes.
حرف جر.
So this would be jar wa majrur. And what is it muta'alliq to? This is jumla fi'liyah, of course, because we started off with a fi'l. So when you have a jumla fi'liyah, the jar wa majrur would be muta'alliq by default to the muta'alliq bil.
With the file maybe.
We don't go muta'alliq to the fa'il.
No, it's جملة اسمية. I
It,
lost it أستاذة. No.
so it will be muta'alliq to the fi'il. Yes, MBF we would say. Yeah, muta'alliq bil fi'il. So the fi'il here is of course zalal. Yeah, zalal. Okay, so jawa majrur, and the jar is muta'alliqan to the fi'il. Yeah, so lahum is associated with the action itself. It was jumla ismiyah, it will be muta'alliq to the habar. Yeah, something, whatever we're saying about the fa'il, about the fa'il, whatever we're saying about the mubtada, it's usually associated to what we're saying about the mubtada, because we're telling someone the mubtada is something something. So when you are muta'alliq to it or connected to it, it's usually to the habar. Whereas in a jumla fi'liyah, we are muta'alliq normally to the action. The information is more about the action. Whereas in a jumla ismiyah, is more about the habar, what we're saying about the habar. When we talk about the fa'il, for example, yeah, we are no longer talking about the action. We're talking about the doer. So in this case, it would become something maybe like hal. Yes. What about the doer? Was he riding a horse? Was he sick? Yeah. So then it's no longer muta'alliq in per se. It's just more detail, and that detail is normally the hal or the condition of the fa'il. Yeah, we did this before. It will come back. Yeah, we will come back because we had a 1 month break. So it's heavy going, the first few new lessons. Okay, so now we have this fa. Yeah, remember we have the wow, that's atifa. So what is this fa now? وَزَلَّلْنَهَا لَهُمْ. Yeah, so if
It's
we were,
half up.
it is also half atifa.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's half up.
but it has a special function. Yes, this fa, because remember for your atfins, we have wow, we have fa, we have summa. Yeah, remember that? Fa, wow, and summa. And there is a reason why we use fa, why we use wow, why we use summa. Yeah, we went through that as well. So this is alfa ataf. This is another way of writing it. Atifa here, alfa atifa. Atifa. And we have something we call tafri. This is also masdar. Yeah, tafri.
Tafriq.
Yes. Yeah, so this is like family 2 as well. It is family 2. Yeah, we are talking about fa, ra, and ain. Yeah, fa, ra, and ain. So it's farra'a. Farra'a. Yeah, yufarri'u. Yeah, it has a shadda. But the masdar is tafri'u. So what's the meaning of this? Yeah, what do we mean by this? So let's have a look at our dictionary. So we know it is fa, ra, and ain. Fa, ra, and ain. Fa, ra, and ain. Yep. Here we go. So it says here for family 2, it means to put forth branches, to branch, to derive, to deduce. Oh, okay. What do we mean by this? Yeah, what do we mean by this? So the explanation is, where are we? Where are we? Okay.
And here we are talking for the fa.
Yes, for the fa.
Yeah.
We're talking for the fa. Yeah, we're talking for the fa.
Yeah. What
So
this fa does.
what does this fa do? This fa, as it says just now, what we saw just now, yeah, it's a deduction, something that follows what was said before. Yeah, what was said before. And we said that zalal, you know, zalal means to tame, to subdue. Yeah, so we subdued it for them. Yeah, we subdued it for them. What was it that was subdued? If you remembered, we were talking about animals in the previous ayah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we were talking about animals. Yep.
Yeah.
So we subdued
So
them.
they can use them for
Yes.
rakibun. Yeah.
So
For
you said
rakib.
so that. Your words were so that, right? So this is what tafriq is about. So that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. For that reason. Yeah. As a result of taming them. Why did we tame them? So that they could use it to write and to eat. Yeah, to write and to eat. So this is the meaning of fa, ra, ain. So we can say something like, I put this in here because I put this in my notes, and you can put it here as a note as well. Put it in blue. So what is meant by this? That the second part, meaning the part that comes after the fa, yeah, branches out from what, or is based on the first, yeah, on the first part, which is zalalna ha. This is the first part, yeah. So that's where the term branching out comes in, or based on, derived from, yeah. These are the other words that you can use as well, yeah. So that's the fa. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Now, raqubuhum. Raqubuhum, is this
Ustara, we forgot minha.
Well, yes, you're right. You
Yeah,
forgot
min
min.
harf jar and ha
Mm,
is a majrur.
okay, so what is this muta'alliq to? Ah,
Oh, not again. What is this?
yeah, well, this is why we call it grammatical analysis.
It goes back. Yeah, it goes back to the animals, but how grammatically it goes back?
Okay, let's look at this. We have a fa, and we have a wow,
Lahum.
yeah, but we have lahum here already. But we have a
Yeah.
fa now. This fa, we said it was atfin. We said it's atifa, right? Fa atifa, or hafu atfin, we said, okay? So if it's atfin, that's two things. It's joining another sentence, right? Because this is one sentence complete. Fi'il, fa'il, maf'ul bihi, muta'alliq bi fi'il. This is a complete sentence. Then we
Okay.
have the fa. So there's another sentence here. There's another sentence here. So we look, minha we can't tell yet because minha is Jawa Majrur, so we can't say what it is, right? It's mutalik to something. It could be a fi'il, it could be a habar. So what is this sentence? Is this sentence a jumla ismiyah or is it a jumla fi'liyah? So then we look at this next one. Rakubuhum. Rakubuhum, is this fi'il with maf'ul bihi? Fi'il fa'il with maf'ul bihi, or is it an isim with an isim?
Ism.
It is an isim,
It's
right?
masdar, I think.
So if Rakub is actually Mazda. This, if this is an isim, then highly likely this is a jumla ismiyah.
Ismiya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but doesn't look like a mubtada, does it? Looks more like a habar. What do you think? Is it
So
a,
where is the
or do you
mubtada
think it
now?
is, or is it a mubtada? Rukubuhum could be mubtada, isn't it? They are right. Oh, rukubuhum, right? Something like they are right, something like that. Or they are, yeah. Rukub, as you say, is the masdar. Hum is there, so they are right. So that right can be a mubtada. It would make sense, right? But something is missing. Something is their right, or their right is something, right? Something like that. If this is jumla ismiyah, it could be something is their right or their right is. Agree? Just for this sentence.
I don't know, Stada.
Okay. Assistant Nazma, would you hazard a guess? Do you agree?
Even if it is a late mubtada, for example, but where is the khabar muqaddim then? So
Yes, so the haba muqaddam is missing.
yeah,
Yes,
it's
you're
not
right.
there.
Oh, sorry. The haba muqaddam is missing. But remember, we said for Jawa majrur, we have instances where it is muta'alliq to something that is missing. It can be muta'alliq to something that is missing. Yeah?
It can't. So
So just like it can be muta'alliq to a sifah that is missing, there were three cases that we looked at how a jar majrur could be muta'alliq to. Yeah? One was a sifah, one was a hal, the other one is actually a mubtada. Okay? So yeah, you're correct. So this is actually minha اسم متعلق توهب مقدم. That is missing.
Omitted. Yeah.
Yeah. We can make a guess later on when we do the translation. Yeah. So raqubuhum, raqubuhum. Here, you said raqubu is a masdar, so meaning. Sorry.
No,
yes,
I
this.
was about to say mubtada muakhar, late mubtada. I said.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. And the hum is the mudaf ilay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is
Mudaf. Yeah.
this is Irab, so we say that this is mudaf alay, rukub is the mubtada. Yeah, but the thing is, if it was tarkib, this whole thing would have been mubtada. Yeah, it would have been taken as mubtada. Okay. Yeah. So this part we get it right. So we know
Okay.
here.
Okay.
And we know
Yeah,
that.
it's
Okay.
clear now. Yeah.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Is it clear with you, Sister Nazma? Are you all right?
Yes.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Good. So now. ومنها ومنها. Here we still have this wa. So this wa is within this, joining this and this. It looks as if.
Harf عطف again, Ustada.
Yes, it is another
They're
atfin.
all huruf عطف.
But this is just a normal join. Yeah, there's no significance, no result, or nothing of that sort. Yeah, and we don't know whether it came first or not. Yeah, usually with fa and suma there is a time factor. Yeah, there's a time factor. But with wa, nope, we don't know which came first, whether they wrote first or they were tamed last, or how it was, right? But usually, of course, you would tame first. That's why you have the fa here. Yeah, but in this case, whether you eat first or whether you write them, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's why we still use wa. Okay. Ya'kuluna. Ya'kuluna is another sufferable word. It's just like rukubuhum. This one I'm going to bring it down. And it is actually a rakiba. Yeah, this is rakiba. It's a Sami'a family. It's Sami'a family. I'm just going to do this there. Boop. Yeah, so it's rakiba, yarkabu, rukuban, as you say. This is the masdar. Fahuwa rakibun. Yeah. So now we have ya'kuluna. Now this one
we forgot ha.
again. Oh, I keep on forgetting things. Minha here. There's another minha here. So what is this muta'alliq to? Now this is easier to see. Yeah, this is easier to see. Why? Because we're looking at a fi'il and a fa'il. Yeah. So minha is muta'alliq to this one. Yeah. Got that?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Because we have fi'il, fa'il, and muta'alliq. But this muta'alliq is in front. Yeah, it's in front. Is there any significance to that when the muta'alliq bi fi'il is before the fi'il fa'il? I leave you to think about that when we do the translation later, inshallah.
We are.
So here we just say it's muta'alliq to the fi'il. And when it's muta'alliq to the fi'il, I like to actually highlight the fi'il because sometimes it's different fi'ils. So that's why I like to write the actual fi'il itself. Okay, ya'kuluna. This is what family do you think this is?
Family one.
Family one. What are the root letters?
Wow. Ekala. Hamza, Kaf, Lam.
Kaf, and Lam. Yep. So this is family one. And this is your Nasara family.
Yeah.
So
Akala, Yakulu, Aklun.
and yeah, But I'll give you the masdars, because normally the masdars we have to look at the...
It might have many masdars, but I just know the eklun one.
Yeah, that's the obvious one, right?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. So there you are. It's only got 2 actually, not too many. Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Ma'akalun. Yeah, ma'akalun. That's the other one. Okay, so we've done 72. Oh no, we haven't finished this. This is ya'kulun. What's the i'rab for that?
فعل المضارع.
And the fi'l mudari'un una. So it is, what's the term?
مرفوع.
Yes, marfu'un.
وعلامته الرافع الثبوت النون.
بثبوت نون. And the fa'il is your?
الواو.
الواو. Correct. Yeah. So fi'l mudari'un marfu'un because of the presence of nun. بثبوت نون. والواو is the ضمير متصل في محل رفع فاعل. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, we can look at this. We can also look at this sentence because this was jumla ismiyah, right? And although this looks like a jumla fi'liyah, right? It is actually another jumla ismiyah as well. But never mind, we'll just leave it as that first. Then we come back to that when we do the translation. Let's, for tonight, I think because we started late, this is very similar to what we did up here. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So we can see it's وَلَهُمْ فِيهَا مَنَافِعُ وَمَشَارِبُ. You recognize this pattern, مَنَافِعُ وَشَارِبُ. This is the mafatih pattern. Yes? This is what we call, what's the term here? What sort of plural is this? What sort of plural can you think of? What do we call this sort of plural? This is what we call a broken plural pattern. Yeah, manafi'un, like masabih, and it usually means a lot. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, like the stars, masabih, a lot of stars in the sky, not just 5 or 6 or 10, more than that. Yeah, so we use this pattern for things that are a lot. So this is why it says manafi'un, a lot of benefits. Masharibun, all sorts of drinks. Yeah. So this is why this pattern is used here. Yeah. So walahum fiha manafi'u wa masharib afala yashkurun. Why is it they are not grateful? Yeah. Why is it they are not grateful? Okay. Walahum fiha. So here again, we have this thing, but like things are missing, right? We see things that are muta'alik. So what's happening here? Yeah, so what's happening here? So wow, back to the normal wow. Yeah, this wow is also
Harfat. Yeah.
It's also atifa, yes. But now the jar wa majrur, is it the same thing as what we saw before? Lahum. Is it like this, lahum too? Or is it like this, minha? Is this lahum like that lahum? Or this minha? Let's have a look. What do you think? It doesn't go back to any fi'il. So probably it's not like this lahum is not like, sorry, this lahum is not like this lahum. Yeah, this lahum is probably more like this minha because we're looking at isms. We're looking at Isims. And remember, when it's broken plural pattern, you don't have, it's not heavy, it's light. You don't have dhammatain. We have bu, u. Yeah. Okay. So that means this is something that is muta'alliq to something that is missing as well. Yeah. Lahum is also muta'alliq to something. So what is this missing thing? Like you said before, what was it that was missing? Sister Nada, can you remember?
Ustada, can you please repeat the question? I got distracted from my kids for a moment.
Okay. Lahum fiha manafi'u wa masharib. Looks like a jumlah ismiyah because there doesn't seem to be. Yeah. So when we don't see a clear-cut jumlah ismiyah, and we have things like manafi'u wa masharib that looks more like a habar, looks more like a mubtada than information, right? So this lahum will be muta'alliq to something that is missing.
Omitted, yeah.
Yeah.
To
And
the
what is
haber, I
with,
think.
with the habar, yeah? More of the habar. Because what you see here is more likely to be a mubtada than it is to be a habar. Okay, so here we go. Jawa majrur, it muta'alliqani to a habar that is muqaddam, brought forward. Yeah. Okay. So which leaves us with fiha. Okay, fiha is also jawa majrur. Jawa majrur also. So here, what is it? And for them, in it is benefits and drinks, right? But fiha, in it, in it. It is also muta'alliq to something that is missing, obviously. And we're talking about in it. This is for them, but this is in it. When you think about fee, when you talk about fee, right? Something that is inside.
Yeah, Ustada, it's clear in English.
Uh-huh.
Lahum is the people, for the people, and fiha it's at the animals, but grammatically
Mm-hmm.
it's a bit confusing.
Mm. But grammatically, when you talk about in it, right? When you look at when you use the word fee, when you use the word fee, you're usually describing a situation. You know, inside, that is contained, right? So when we look at it that way, if you understand it that way, then this can only be muta'alliq to something that is a condition, a situation. It's in it. Yeah, outside it, on top of it, but it's a case. It's a situation, if you get what I mean, a condition. Yeah. So when I talk about condition, case, situation, we are looking at what we call, what's the term that we use for that?
Hal.
Yeah, we're talking about hal because we're talking about something specific, something that we know. Yeah. If it's something that is nakirah, general, it can be a sifa. Yeah. But this is of something particular. So fiha, this is jawa majrur, muta'alliqani bimahzuf hal. Okay, it takes some,
Okay.
it takes some thinking. Yeah.
Mahzuf
But
hal. Okay,
mm,
the hal is omitted. Yeah,
mm,
it's
yeah,
hidden.
the sahibu hal is not there in the first place as well. The sahibu hal is ha. Yeah, but the hal yeah, is hidden. Yeah, something in it. Yeah. we can go through this again. Maybe it's good to go back and forth about it. So here, fiha is mubtada. You know that. Yeah, we said this. Mubtada mu'ahar.
Yeah.
And because masharib comes after this, its status is the
متعلق.
same. Yeah, it's also a mubtada, but we don't say it's a mubtada. Yeah, we just say that it is.
متعلق بالمبتدأ.
It's not muta'alliqun, it's ma'tuf.
Yeah,
Remember?
معطوف,
Because
yeah.
of the
Yeah, but I meant the same in English.
okay, yeah. So nice way to put this is to show what is it ma'tuf to. So normally I will put it as ataf to manafi'u. Yeah, it follows that. So then it's clear. All right. So
Okay.
alhamdulillah. Now here is istifham. It's a question, but of course it's not a question that wants an answer. Yeah. So we are more like Allah saying, why is it aren't they not grateful? Yeah. Why are they not grateful? Now this sort of expression, we call it inkari. Inkari, you know what inkari means. Yeah.
And we translate it as why.
Yeah. You translate it as why is it, or something like that. Yeah. Why is it they are not grateful? Yeah. That's how we would say it. So here, what does inkari mean?
Inkariyun.
Now, how do we explain inkari?
Like requesting some.
It's more like, it's like, it's more almost like a scolding here, isn't it? Yeah, it can also be.
I understand what is it, but what is it in
English?
Yeah.
Well, it's more like a rebuke. We would say something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, a rebuke. Yeah, this is something. Why is it that you don't understand? Why are they not grateful? Yeah. So yeah. So here fa again is atifa. Some say it is zaid. Some say it is zaid. That means it is there to emphasize. Yeah. But I go with atifa. It makes sense to be atifa also. La here.
Okay.
La here. Nafiya. Because actually, it's not a consequence, isn't it? The fa is not really a consequence. Yeah. But we can't put wa'ala. Yeah. It's like, sounds so weird. So that's why they say afala is just like something that smoothes it out, That's why they say it's zaid. It just emphasizes that, this is because of that in a way. Yeah. Well, why not to say because of that, because fa normally is a consequence. So it's a result of this, but this is not a result of this. Yeah. It's more like I said, it's more like for the sound, afala, rather than saying wa'ala. No, it doesn't sound nice. So that's why some say this is zaid just for the flow, to make it nice. Zina, they call it, to beautify. Yeah. So, but I'm fine with atifa. It's easier for us to understand. Yeah. So nafiya la amila laha. Yes, it doesn't do anything to yashkurun. It doesn't make it nasab or mansub, sorry, or things like that. Yeah, or just jazm. It doesn't do that. It's just a straightforward nafi. Now, what about yashkurun? Is this from family one or other families?
Yeah, family one. شكر يشكر.
Yes.
المضارع.
Yeah. And I'm sure you know the masdar.
شكر.
Shukrun is one. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
And the
but
other
what
one.
is the other one?
Shukrani. Yeah. 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 This one is shukran.
شكران. Yeah, okay, yeah. I know this one, but I forgot.
Shakirun is the
Yeah,
one that
شاكر.
is who's grateful. Okay, so this is also fi'il mudari'un. Yeah, and it's marfu. And we saw the same Irab before. It's the same Irab. And fa'il is the same as well. Yeah. But in this case, of course, the maf'ul bihi is left out because it's understood. Yeah. There should be a maf'ul bihi. What is it they're not grateful about? Yeah. And of course, they're not grateful about the ni'mah that they've been given. So that particular maf'ul bihi has been left out. We could have put something like la yashkuruna hazihin na'im, something like that. Yeah. So, but it's been left out because it's understood from what was mentioned before about all the animals, about it being it's been made tame so that they can ride, they can eat. Yeah. So that's what we mean. But in language, we drop things that are easily understood. Yeah. So here we go. Alhamdulillah. So we've done this. Yeah, so we'll do this for now. And then we will do the translation at our next session. And then we will go further into the fa and the wow ping. Yeah, I hope to explain it better, inshallah. Okay, then. All right, then. Subhanallah wa bihamdik. Nash'adu an la ilaha illa لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك وأتوب إليك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Take care.
Thank